Hello and welcome to WealthyTrades.com. This is Tyson Clayton, and in this video, I want to take the time to go over an advanced technique on how you can find the best stocks to trade within the best sectors. I first start on the Wealthy Trades dashboard. I'm going to talk about a day trading technique. What I first do is I go to the market trend quality and I need to find the bias that we're moving in. The Wealthy Trades dashboard automatically does this for me, but it's good to know what I'm looking at. What I can see is that we have 501 stocks. Those are the stocks within the S&P 500, and 56.9% of those stocks are moving in an uptrend. Now, the trend quality is not that good, which we'll talk about in a minute, but for now, I want to focus on the best sector within this uptrending stock market for today. And as I can see, the XLV, the healthcare sector, is representing the best sector to trade within this day, and that's represented by a quality filter, and it's the same quality filter that's used for the market trend quality. It's the proprietary algorithm based on the historical hit rates and the levels and the momentum of the stocks within each sector that are moving in that direction. But I want to take it further, okay? So if I know that we're in an uptrend, and the XLV or the healthcare sector is the best sector to focus on for this day, how do I find the best stocks within that sector? Again, this is the drill down analysis that Wealthy Trades talks about all the time. Well, the Wealthy Trades dashboard and the suite of products and the algorithms do this automatically for me. They tell me what direction the market's moving in, the best sectors to go into, and then as you know, they give you the best 8 stocks to go into based on the historical hit rates. So as I can see, these are the 8 stocks for this upcoming day or this day for me to go into. So what I do is I hit the plus arrow or the plus sign next to each one of these stocks. And what that's doing is it's bringing it over into my portfolio. Once I bring all these stocks over into my portfolio, I then go to my portfolio, which is the middle tab here, and I want to drill into each one of these stocks, and I want to use the levels to win data to help find the stocks that are going to give me the highest probability of success and trend the best in an uptrending market. And I use the data to help do this. And this is where it gets a little advanced. As I know, ABC is in the healthcare sector, which is the best sector in the uptrending market. I also know that ABC has a historical hit rate of 53.8%, okay? So that's the reason why it's one of the best stocks within the healthcare sector for this day is because it has a very high hit rate. It should move up to 104.08. That's the expected high, okay? And like I said, it has a 53.8% probability of hitting that. What I want to see, though, is I automatically want to look at the levels to win profit. I want to make sure that the levels to win profit is profitable. All right, so this number is positive on the trend side and also positive on the counter trend side. What that's telling me is when ABC historically hits this upside, which it does 53.8% of the time, it has a tendency to continue to go because historically it's profitable by trading there. That's my indication that ABC is a very good, high quality trending stock for this upcoming day, and it gives me higher probabilities of success. On the counter trend side, when it hits this 102.88, which doesn't happen all that often, only 38.5% of the time, when that happens, I also want to see that profitable. What that tells me is, historically, when it hits this level, it bounces off and then rallies above that level and typically makes money. So therefore, my indication that this is a good trending stock is, it's one of the 8 best within the best sector in an uptrending market, and it's also profitable. It has a profitable levels to win on the trend side and the counter trend side. So that's my first indication. So ABC will make my first cut. I'm going to then go through all these and I'm going to click on the next one, AET. That's also profitable on both sides. Slightly profitable on the counter trend side, but still profitable. BAX, profitable on both sides. CI, oh, here we got one that we can eliminate because it's profitable on the trend side, but it loses money on the counter trend side. Now, that doesn't mean it's not a good stock to trade. It just indicates that when it hits this downside, the probability of it closing below that, or the probability of it actually bouncing off that level and then making money, is lower. In fact, historically, it loses money. And if it does, I want to eliminate it. So CI, I'm going to get rid of that one. Go to the next one. All right, MCK makes money on both sides. PKI makes money on both sides. ESRX makes money on both sides. PDCO makes money on both sides. Excellent. That is my first filtering technique. So I filtered the 8 best stocks within the XLV now down to 7. But I'm going to filter this down even further. All right. As I said, this is a more advanced technique. So now I'm going to look at the levels on levels in comparison to the historical hit rate. What I want to see is I want to see that the levels on levels trend side, the levels on levels, is 50% or greater than the HPP. What I mean by that is, on this example, ABC, the levels on levels, which is the probability of it closing above this area, is 25%. Well, it hits this level 53.8% of the time. So if I know that it hits this level, this 104.08, 53.8% of the time, but it only closes above that level 25% of the time, that means that more than half the time it hits this level, it ends up closing below, even though it's profitable. I don't want that. What I want is I want this level to be 50% or higher than the HPP. So for this to make sense or work out, this number would have to be 27% or higher, because that would be 50%. So therefore, I'm going to eliminate ABC. I'm going to go to the next one, AET. AET fits the requirements. Why does it fit the requirements? Well, first of all, it's profitable on both sides. It's got a HPP 55.8, and it's got a levels on levels close percentage above this level of 32.7. That is greater than half the HPP. Therefore, that one fits my requirements. BAX. BAX fits my requirements. 53.8%. Levels on levels of 34.6. It's profitable. That one fits my parameters. MCK fits my parameters. PKI fits my parameters. ESRX fits my parameters. And PDCO fits my parameters. I've now narrowed this down to the 6 best stocks. I'm going to take it one step further. Okay? One more step in this. And now I'm going to look at the counter trend HPP in comparison to the levels on levels. And what I want to see is I want to see the levels on levels less than half. Okay, so if you remember the trend side, I want to see it greater than half. On the counter trend side, I want to see it less than half. What I mean by that is AET, when it hits this 100.92 and it hits that 23.1% of the time, I want to know that more than half the time when it hits it, it bounces and closes higher. And I can see that it makes money there, but I want to make sure that it bounces and closes higher than that more than half the time. And I can see that by 23.1%. If the levels on levels is less than half of that, which in this case it is, then it's one that I can keep. So on the trend side, I want to see it greater than half. On the counter trend side, I want to see it less than half. So that one meets my requirements. BAX meets my requirements. The bigger the gap, the better. We want a real small gap on the trend side and a real large gap on the counter trend side, essentially. So this one's really good. It hits this level 44.2% of the time, but typically it only closes below that level 13.5% of the time. That means this level, this 68.78, is a really good level to trade at, that it typically bounces off of. And we can see that historically that it makes money at that level. This is a great stock. It makes money at both sides. It has a high hit rate on the trend side. It makes money on the trend side. And it also has a tendency to close higher when it hits the downtrend side. This is exactly what I want to see. So that one meets the requirements. MCK meets the requirements. Again, I want to see half or less than half on the counter trend side, more than half on the trend side, and profitable on both levels to win profits. PKI meets the requirements. This one's great. Hits the trend side on a very frequent basis. It's got a very narrow spread here. It's profitable. It doesn't hit the counter trend side all that often, but it's got a very wide spread, which is great, and it's profitable. PKI is excellent. ESRX, same thing. This one's phenomenal. Not that big of a spread here. Really wide spread here. Profitable on both sides. That's excellent. PDCO, this one doesn't meet my requirements, right? It's right on 50%. So when it hits this level, it typically closes above that. That's great. But when it hits this counter trend level, only 50% of the time, I want to see it less than 50% of the time. It bounces off that level and closes higher. So I'm going to eliminate PDCO. So now I've narrowed this down to the 5 best stocks within the best sector within an uptrending market that I can focus on. That is how you find the best stocks in the direction of the overall market trend within the best sector. That is an advanced technique, and in future videos, I will show you how you can use this information to narrow it down to the best stock. And in environments like we're in today, where the trend quality isn't that good, how you can find the best stock and pair that with the worst stock in the worst sector and do a very advanced technique, but very profitable pairs trade. I thank you for listening. and I look forward to helping you more in the future.